right, Coach. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Brooklyn Barons and the Houston Texans. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Set up. 60 Pittsburgh. Mike. Get it.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try the left side. Graves. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it'll be 2nd down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. Clock will try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 53 Mike. Here we go. Let's go.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set. 80. go. Play. Come on, let's go. Shoot.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things that I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Texans push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the Texans' 32-yard line.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Smooth.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. 32 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Texans 14, Barron 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you. Pop. Hit it.
Lock to throw on second down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yard.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Back to throw now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check four. Hey, team six. Leo. Check. Lucky. Sit up. Shoot.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. This is taken around the 12. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is
and he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Clock now to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. On third and long, it's Locke. He's going to float this. And got his man complete. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans push further out in front. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 33-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
No. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. O'Shane Ximines able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, high 7.
High 5. Check. High 5.
Look, squeeze.
You better bring it.
2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Metcalf. And they rattle off a big one. 46 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Check 13.
They'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
45, Mike, 45. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check.
Hey, alert 3. Hey, exit.
2nd and long. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts...
Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Let's go. 30 base.
Now Gurley. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Hey, Haywood! Spike!
On second down and 4. Lock. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
60 or
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Lock going to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
18 Gator. Hey, Orville. Hit it.
Block now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Brought down by Nate Gehring.
I'm coming after you.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, and it's 3rd down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Come on,
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go. Hey.
53, check 53. Let's go.
Show.
53's mine. Check 53.
Hurry up, go.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Andy Isabella as the first half is winding down. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. But we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Clock now on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Yo. He's
Hard. Yo, Chief.
A final shot before half for Locke. Got him in. It's Brashon Perriman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll give to Harris. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
53, Mike. Check Mike.
Go.
Motion backfield.
Ready?
From the 30 on second down. Locke. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Forced out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
His throw caught right around the 6. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Locked now on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will get the lead up to 14. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Bravo! Check 26, check 26. Mike 5. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. He's coming. Double up. Hey, foxtrot.
On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second and 10. This one caught by Isabella. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Ready? Recon, 132 fighter.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Switch.
Leo. Hey, Echo. Snap.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. He may try and run for this. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. That ball complete to Isabella. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Second and 4. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Here we go. Out ball. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After the turnover, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now a throw here to his running back. The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Yep. All right, let's get there. 50 to go.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, wahoo! Look at me, zipper. Hey, here we go. Mike 5. Mike, get it.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
High 7.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check 43. Go, go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And that is incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On first down, Locke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Hey, Haywood!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluded. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Every time it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Break.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Let's head over. Hey, watch the slant. Deep grip.
Gurley again here on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 45 on 2nd down. Lock. Ball going deep here for Taylor. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Alpha.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for the touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 74 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
Hey, Foxtrot. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey, tight. Get it.
They'll try and throw for it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
53's mine. Check tight end. Check 5.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Set. 30 base.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, it still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Second and 12 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, Echo. Ready.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Next to score, Texans 45, Barons 23. Michael Dixon set to kickoff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Five. Look, squeeze.
Now a play fake here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
You can't stop me.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the out. Mike 5. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Back to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Fair. 10-2 stop.
Rush it. Go.
A lot going to throw it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Drop deep.
Get it.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Ready.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Zoom.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Houston, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.